Hello everyone, welcome to my Assetto Corsa Modding tutorial, episode 3. I know it's been a little while, I took a little break from Assetto, but I'm back. I'm here to show you how to properly make a AO map if your card doesn't have one. So in instances where, so normally to make AO map if you're converting a card from Forza, you'd select all the material, or not all the material, all the body panels with the same material, like here. Hide selection. I think we got. No, we missed that. Well, yeah. By the way, I'm using a Hum 3D model. If you're interested in Hum 3D models, someone extracted a bunch of them on game models, so you should be able to go there and find your dream car if you happen to be looking for one. This is a little Ford Fiesta. Not the most exciting thing, but it's something. Selection. Yep, there you go. That's everything. So, I unselected. So, here's the buy. So, normally, I already have the materials set, but you'd set to, car paint or body. And then you drag on here, assign a selection. Then modifiers, UV coordinates, unwrap UVW, open UV editor. If you look, it's just a mess. If you're converting a Forza model, it'd already be AO'd. But since you're not converting a Forza model, it's not AO'd. So this means that we're going to have to make the AO map, which, don't worry, it's not too difficult. It's a little time consuming, but, well, it can be, but it's worth it. The end result is a lot better than that mess. So first thing we want to do is we want to delete this. We don't need this modifier. So first thing you want to do is make sure you have everything highlighted. You go modifiers, selection modifiers, poly select. Then we're gonna under parameters we're gonna select element. We're gonna hold control, highlight everything. And then we're gonna look straight down on the card just like this. Look straight down. We're gonna hold Alt and unselect the middle section here. Sometimes Alt doesn't register for me because my keyboard is junk. But if you look here, hold Alt. Some instances... Okay, let me back up some. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. It's 4 a.m. I'm recording this, but Okay, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to... See these little red squares highlighted? We're trying to select the outer shell over here. So pretty much we're selecting all the outside except the top pieces and the front pieces. So pretty much when you look on a flat like this, you want to see all this red pretty much, or most of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like for example, I'll show you. So if you notice here, this is all one object here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the polygon parameter. We're going to have to go over, hold Alt, and highlight over it like this. If you look here, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't matter. Just kind of get the general area, because when we do the front and back, it'll override what we do anyway. So same thing here. Hold on. Now, if you want to, you click Ignore Back Facing, and it won't overlap and select things back that you don't need. But if you don't do this, be cautious, because if you do something like this, you're trying to get rid of that, it'll go through the other side. See what I mean? So you want to try not to do that. So just kind of highlight over it like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. See, that's pretty good. And then we got to do the roof. So we'll kind of just highlight over the general roof like this. You Control Z if that accidentally happens. Sometimes Alt doesn't like to register. I don't know if that's 3ds Max or my computer being kind of junky. It could be a combination of both. Who knows? But what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and, highlight all this. There you go. Like I said, the roof doesn't have to be perfect. We'll go back and fix it. But, so, we got most of the side things selected. You might want to do the interior I won't worry about the interior, actually, honestly. I think it's fine like this. It's more abstract when you AO. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just, the idea is, you want to try to get as much as possible, because the whole idea of doing this is so people can make skins with your car mod. That's the idea of the AO map. But what we're going to next do is, after we got all the sides selected, and only the sides selected, we're going to go Modifiers, UV Coordinates, UVW Map. We're going to click that. Real world map size. Make sure you check this. If you don't, it's going to look wonky and it's not going to be good. So make sure you check that. Now, we're going to go to, is it X alignment? Yeah. X alignment. So pretty much, see this little orange square here? You want this orange square flat along with the body panel. So it's like you're kind of stamping it onto the square. In a way, I guess. But, so, this is good. Pretty much when you're doing the sides, most times it's X. And then, like I said, check real world map size. Once you do this, you go Modifiers, UV Coordinates, Unwrap UVW. Give a second. Computer's going to freak out because it's an extremely high poly model. We're going to open UV Editor. Now, like I said, when you convert them 3 models, I would suggest for the body panels, lowering the vertice size, which, if y'all are interested, let me know in the comments section, and I can make a full-on tutorial on converting a Hum 3D model from, like, the very start, when importing it, to put it in game and doing, getting ready for physics and stuff. I could do that if you want. Just let me know. But if you look here, we have it in here, but if you look, it's only, both sides are like overlapping. If you look, see, we got both sides, they're both overlapping. So what we have to do is, we're first going to click outside the car where it turns all red again. What we're going to do is, look at the very front, hold Control, highlight over. Then we're going to turn around to the other side, hold Control, highlight over. The computer's going to lag some, but then we're going to look at the very bottom, or not the very bottom, we're looking at the top going to the bottom, hold Control, highlight over it. Computer's going to freak out as usual. My computer really does not like these Hum 3 models, but we're going to look at the excuse me. We're going to look at the bottom, hold Control, highlight over. And if you look here, we're still missing a lot. And actually, no, it unselected a bunch of stuff. Make sure you double check that, because sometimes it'll do that for no reason. And it did it again. Please don't. Just work. There we go. And then if you look, I like to look down a little bit like this and get some of the main panels like this. But, oh my god. I swear, I think this keyboard's breaking, but sorry about that. I'll try not to get too frustrated about that. But if you look here, so pretty much you want all this selected, but don't accidentally, because if you do something like this, it'll get the other side. You don't want that, because if that happens, look what happens when you pull it. You get these stretchy bits, and you really don't want these stretchy bits. That's bad. So do not do that. So, it looks like we got most of it. Let's try a pull. Usually I get first or second. Like, the first time you do this is probably going to take 7 or 8 tries, but you'll know what points you have to hit at to select all the little faces and stuff. So, I usually get 1 or 2 tries. And look at that. Oh, I missed one. Heck, I forgot the roof. See, I got a little cocky over there. If you miss one, you're going to have to keep just hitting at random angles like this. Hold on, make sure you don't have anything selected. I said I'll get by a second try. If I don't, I'll embarrass myself. So please tell me I got... Yep, I did. See? I'm not so bad after all. But what you want to do is move it off to the side of the little arrow thing. Unselect it. Highlight this one. So we got this side selected. What you want to do is mirror it. Like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move it over. Move it up. Then unclick it and we're just going to store in the top left corner for now. We'll come back to it, but we're going to go ahead and do the other part. So once you do that, you exit out. Just click outside. Make sure you don't have any deselected. Just get in the habit of doing that so you'll... for future things and stuff. But so once you do that, you go modifiers, selection modifiers, poly select. That it's pretty much repeat process for the rest of the car. So okay, element. Next thing we're gonna do is select all the top pieces. The pieces when you look down you select. For example, this is where it gets a little more picky. You could select this, or not all of it, but you could select just the very top piece there. Like you could break out the faces and well, not exactly like that, but you could kind of highlight over it, highlight back, and try and get that. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to be that specific unless you plan to make a skin, or you want people to have the option of putting like decals here. Because like I said, this is all for skin stuff. Your paint will look just fine. Like plain colors will look just fine along there if you don't select from the top. So, but if you don't do that, you can, when you look down, you select from top, all these little pieces here. If you look, we got some side pieces, so we're going to have to take the element thing, hold Alt, highlight over it. We got most of that. This model isn't too bad, so hold Alt, highlight over it. Look at that. We're getting most of it. This is where this might be a little more tricky. So, this is where it gets a little more time consuming. And like I said, it'll depend. You could get really lucky and it could all be in the element thing where you won't have to do this faces thing to help correct any weirdness with the map. But sometimes you won't get lucky and you have to do stuff like this, which is not very fun, but you do what you have to do. It's the life of a modder in Assetto. Got so many people to please. So many people expect so much of you these days. So, and what the heck? Guess where I selected that. Guess not. So, just rinse and repeat for everything else pretty much. You could try different techniques to get the size. You pretty much don't want it overlapping over the side thing. You really don't want that. And, oh, great. Come on, Alt Bind. You can do it. Aggressively hitting Alt, trying not to get to register because, my keyboard's junk. But, oh, it's kind of the theme of this tutorial is me yelling at my keyboard. But, we should try not to take our frustration out on inanimate objects, But I'm going to anyway, so can't really stop me, can you? See, it's just kind of relaxing. You're just selecting all the vertices and stuff. Maybe I'll put timestamps in description to skip vertice. Selecting. Oh, I mean, it's pretty much done. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm fine with this. Like I say, go back there, blah, 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 make it perfect, blah, blah. For tutorial's sake, I mean, I'm just going to kind of cut corners a little bit. Not make it absolutely perfect. Just keep the time of the tutorial within reason. But, Once you got all the top pieces selected, you can go to Modifiers, UV Coordinates, UVW Map, Real World Map Size, and you shouldn't set it to Z. It should already default to Z, but you want, like I said, a square flat with diversity things. So once you do that, you go Modifiers, UV Coordinates, Unwrap UVW, open UV Editor. If you look here, since we don't have like a reflection of this on the other side, we don't have to do much with this. We can just take it and move it to the bottom left corner, just like here. See? That is fine. So once we do this, click outside, make sure you don't have anything selected. Get in the habit of doing that. Modifiers, UV coordinate, or not UV, I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. Well, listen to me, but don't listen to me there. Selection modifiers. Oh God. Poly select. Okay. Hit element. And now, guess what? It's a repeat. So we're going to select the front and rear. And if your car has it, mirrors. Okay. Make sure, I probably should have said this earlier. I know people are going to do this, but it's not the end of the world if you do it the other way around. It's just more correct if you do the mirrors with the front rear bumper, but it doesn't matter that much, honestly. So select the front, and then of course the rear bumper, and oh my gosh, everything's selected. So time crack out element. Oh, everyone's favorite time element time. So select this, select this, select this. Yeah, look at that. She's looking beautiful, isn't she? Okay, that's pretty much most of the back selected. Like I say, I would make sure, and if you want to be perfect with it, you could take screenshots of each time you do it, but I don't see much need in doing that. But you could if you really wanted to. And if you guys have better techniques for doing this, or you have a different way of doing it that's you think's more correct, please let me know in the comment section. I'm always, if it's really good, I'll pin it even if it's something I've learned or found out about, because there's not many of these tutorials out there. It's kind of hidden from the general public, which I'm not a big fan of. Because I want everyone to be able to have the opportunity to put whatever they want into the game. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. So we got the front and rear bumpers, and if your car has painted mirrors, you'd also have the mirrors selected. All of it, not just to have the whole entire mirror selected. It's fine. But once you do this, you go modifiers, UV coordinates, UVW map, real world map size. Pretty sure Y will work. Yeah, see, you learn after a while, but so you want, like I said, you want the plain thing along the faces where it kind of stamps on there like that. I guess that's the best way to describe it. But make sure you check real world map size as usual. But modifiers, UV coordinates, unwrap UVW, open UV editor, and guess what? We're going to have to do the same thing we did with the left and right side. So click outside to unselect everything, hold control, and you can do the front or rear bumper. It doesn't matter. I'm doing the front bumper because it looks a little easier to do. But if rear bumper looks easier, feel free to do it. It doesn't matter. But I think we got all. Let's see if I get first try. Come on, I get first try. For tutorial. For the tutorial, Sam. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. So you want to move it up a little bit, Make sure they're not overlapping, and you want to select all, drag it out bottom right corner like this. You can exit out. Click outside. And then modifiers, selection modifiers, poly select. Hit element and highlight your whole car again. And that's it. You go, and after that you go modifiers, UV coordinates, not UVW map. We don't have to do that. We just have to go unwrap UVW. And give it a second. Computer's gonna die a little bit inside, kind of like how I die a little inside sometimes. Open UV editor, and if you scroll out, look, everything's there. And if you look, you might sometimes have extra parts here. And look, we do. We have a little point here. We got a little extra part here. So first thing you do is you can have no extra parts. That's sometimes possible. You could have a lot of extra parts if you didn't do too hot on it, which, like I said, isn't bad. But what we're gonna do with the extra parts is first I'm gonna save as a Fiesta. Give a second to save just in case it crashes, because 3ds Max likes to crash when you play around with peeling and flag mapping. Now I would not recommend using a quick peel with any high poly models or anything really small you can't really see, because it likes to crash 3ds Max. So normally what I do is I just mostly use fly mapping. So make sure you highlight though just the extra parts, not of the body panel to create the map for. So just the little extra parts, highlight, fly map, and then it'll ask you about that. Just say okay. Make sure settings are like that, by the way. You can pause it back there, but once you have that, just kind of move offside. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll show you what to do with that. But so what to do next is we have to build AO map. So we're gonna highlight this. We're gonna move this over some. And we're gonna take this. We're gonna move it over. This is a more creative part. You know, kind of just arranging the map. Don't worry about scaling yet. I won't do that yet. I just kind of build the map how you want, lay it out. Because you want to scale everything at once so it's, you know, the sizes are correct or whatever. It's not wonky or whatever. So we're going to move it like this. This is fine. You can go around, make it look better if you want. Then we're going to take the final part that we flattened the map for. We're just going to stick it here. It's probably not the best technique. If you wanted to, you could go back and try and... I think what happens, I forgot about the inside of the roof, which isn't a big deal, honestly. I don't care about that much. I wasn't playing during the day on a roof, but if you want to, you go back and do it over again. So, once you get all that selected in a little box, you can highlight all. I'm going to file save because, like I said, these Home 3D models like to crash your computer. They're laggy, but there's some cool ones on a... So, like I said, someone got a lot of the Home 3D models, and there's some really unique cars that aren't in any other games. Like this Fiesta. I don't think this was ever featured in a game, so... What we're going to do now is we're going to kind of move it towards the center box, and we're going to scale it down some. Zoom in. Scale it down a little more, then we're going to try... We want to pretty much get inside the box. Like I said, there could be automated ways where you can hit something and get in the box perfectly, but I'm more old school. So, we're going to move in the box like this. See about that. Like I said, you don't want to make this too small though. You want to make sure the body is, all the parts are like in tight as possible so they can be as big as possible. Pretty much. So right there's your AO map. So once you do that, you can X this out. Click outside of that. Make sure you unselect everything. Hit plus, and you're done. That is how you make the AO map. And if you want me to in the future, I can show you the step. I can show you the basic AO mapping, but I made a tutorial mainly because I noticed there wasn't really much on making a custom AO map. And I figured those tutorials out there showed you how to do the regular AO, but if you want me to, I can do more tutorials. Just I'll do tutorials. I'll do tutorials on anything you guys want me to. Just tell me in the comment section what you're interested in seeing, what you don't see tutorials for. I'll try, and if I don't know something, I'll try to research and ask around and see what I can show you all. But thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, if you want to leave a like and subscribe, I plan to do more videos like this. It helped me out a lot and make my day. I always love seeing new subscriber notification pop up. That's always nice. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.